This computer. Okay. All right. So how exciting to have everyone here tonight. I'm so excited to be with you. I feel like we haven't done this in a while, so I've missed you. And no better time to gather together than to talk about the launch of a new product. So we're super, super excited. And I'm sure you've been hearing little tidbits about this from other leaders that you may be following online. I know people are posting about it on Facebook, on Instagram, so you may have heard some stuff already, but this is a brand new product line that's coming our way. Ooh, let's get everybody muted. Okay, thanks. Kayla's muted. So this is a new product line that's coming in September. And I know a couple of you are attending convention live. So Kayla, yay, with me. And I think Valerie is as well, right? I think so. So there'll be a few of us there, feet on the street, so to speak. So we'll have a firsthand account to report back to everybody else. But I definitely encourage you to get your convention ticket, your virtual ticket, so that you have the ability to purchase this when it comes out. It will be available for GAC. I do have that confirmed from Corey Lindley. So I know that was a concern that many of you may have had, and it's all cleared. So we are going to be good to go with this. And this is, doTERRA is so excited about this product line that it can almost be a separate company. Just this product line. It's very, very exciting. They have lots of research that they're going to be sharing with us. And there was a call last Monday night, kind of giving a brief overview about this. And for some odd reason, doTERRA just didn't configure the Zoom properly. And so people that were trying to dial in from out of the country couldn't get through. So I apologize on doTERRA's behalf for anyone who was frustrated trying to jump on that call and couldn't get in. So what I hope to do today is deliver almost the same presentation. I'm going to try my best, and Kayla was on the call as well. So please, Kayla, jump in if you can, set me straight in case I veer off track there. But this is going to be really, really great. So what I'm going to be doing is sort of looking at my notes from that call, and then also looking at these slides. So bear with me if you see me looking down and you're wondering, why isn't she looking at us? That's why. Okay, so let's start. Before we really, talk about the new stuff, it's important to establish the foundation. And that has always been lifelong vitality. And many of you have heard us talk about this ad nauseum. Like we always talk about it, and it's in all of our continuing ed classes. Do you really want to feel your most awesome self? What's the answer? It's lifelong vitality. So I just wanted to throw a little shout out to lifelong vitality, because if you're not currently taking it, and maybe you have it laying around in your cabinet, I encourage you to whip it out and start on it again. And just from a show of hands, I'm going to stop the screen share for a second. I'm just very curious how many people actually are taking it right now. And you can use the raise hand feature in the reaction section there. Okay, cool. So we have a few. Yay. Okay. And how many people maybe have it at home but aren't taking it regularly? There could be some of you in that category too. Okay, be honest, it's okay. There's no judgment whatsoever. So it's fine. So for those of you that may have it, I take it every day, yay. For those of you who may have it and sort of fell out of the practice of taking it, I'm going to encourage you this week to start, because what I'm hearing, from other leaders is that this new product works best if you have a good nutritional foundation. So it's really like building a house, guys, right? So if we're trying to build a house and we want the most beautiful shingles, for our outside of our house and our walls, and we want some stone feature, and maybe we want some brick in there too, just to really mix it up, the architectural details, and make it really pretty. We can do all of those beautiful things to the walls, but if the foundation is not poured correctly, what's going to happen? The walls are just going to like crumble, right? It's got to have that basis to stand on. Yeah, so good question. So if you are out of practice of taking this product and you want to get going again, I recommend that you start slowly to build yourself up to the full dose of the product, which is 4 of each supplement a day. So typically that breaks down to 2 of each thing in the morning and then 2 of each thing in the afternoon. Some of my customers take it at night. My mom, for example, has a habit of taking all of her stuff at night, but maybe that's why she doesn't sleep well, because she gets this extra burst of energy in the evening. But I think that it's best to take it with breakfast and with lunch, or if you're doing any kind of intermittent fasting, like I'm trying that right now, I just take mine as I'm breaking my fast. I take my supplements in the afternoon. So say 2 o'clock in the afternoon is when I usually start my eating time. And I'll take my first dose then, and then I'll take my second dose with dinner, like around 6:30, and I'm good from that. So, but when you're just starting out, I would take 1 of each thing, to just start and get your system sort of used to it. And then, after a couple days, everything's good, no adverse effects. And let me just say this, very few people report adverse effects, but anytime you're introducing something new to your body, to your body chemistry, sometimes, I don't know, maybe your body doesn't like it. It's rare, but it's possible. So that's why we say start off a little bit slowly, work yourself up, from 1 of each thing to 2 of each thing. And then, maybe a week later, increase to 3. And then finally, week 2 or 3, give yourself the full dose. So if you start that now, you're going to be in really good shape when September comes around, because we're about a month out, right? So if you start that now, building that good foundation, you're going to be in perfectly situated, good shape to start the new MetaPWR. So let me share my screen again and go back to where we were. Okay, so it's my little commercial for Lifelong Vitality. Okay, so if you want to live a powerful life, you can see that Lifelong Vitality is a major part of this new product line. Okay, so let's fast forward. Okay, do you want to live younger, longer, and feel even better? I don't think anyone would say no to this, right? I think everyone could raise their hand to this one. Absolutely, right? So if we want those things, then we have to kind of take a look at what's standing in the way. What are the obstacles to feeling our best and living our best life? What could be getting in the way? So these are some of the things that we are experiencing on a daily basis, sometimes on a moment-to-moment basis, right? That high stress levels, lack of exercise, lack of quality sleep, nutrient deficiencies, exposure to toxins. So some of these we have control over, and some of them we don't have as much control over, right? So I'm thinking of exposure to toxins primarily, because we could just be taking a walk outside and on your beautiful island, and a big massive truck goes by, and out of its exhaust, pipes comes, a giant cloud of exhaust and fumes, and oh well, like you just weren't in the right place at the right time, right? So your lungs are getting that exposure, unfortunately, and you didn't ask for it and you didn't want it, but this is the reality of life. I know Marcy is always taking her beautiful walks, and I'm sure this has happened to her sometimes, right? Just walking down the street, and ooh, all of a sudden, you get hit with you know, some nasty fumes from some cars or trucks or whatever. So, but the other things we can control to an extent, right? So these are the things that we're going to work on. So what does it cost you when you don't have the life vitality that you want? What does it cost you when you're not showing up in the world the way you want to show up? What does it cost you when you're not functioning at 100% and you're not feeling yourself? I mean, I could tell you from my own perspective, I've been really grappling with this the past 6 months or so, have not been feeling well, and it's been rough. And so I know what it's cost me. And so think about, what is it costing you if you're not 100%? What does it cost you physically, emotionally, mentally, socially? So that there's all these different factors to consider. And we can see this lady doesn't look too happy, right? So what's our focus today is talking about our lifestyle, and then of course healthcare. But you may recognize this graphic if you've ever been to one of our doTERRA classes, which I think every single person here has probably been to at least one. You may recognize this graphic as the health pyramid that doTERRA created. And you may notice that it's a little bit different. It's slightly altered, right? A little bit different. So movement and metabolism is kind of a new category, and it's a big one, isn't it? So we still have the nutrition and digestion as the foundation of everything. But the second step in building the healthy house, so to speak. So if we think of ourselves as a house, a healthy house, what's the next step? Once we have the nutrition under control and we feel like that's going well, that's going swimmingly, what's the next thing? It's metabolism and movement. So let's talk about that for a second. Here we go. Okay. So this statistic, when I first read this, I was extremely alarmed, as you may be as well. And what it's telling us is 6.8% of the US adult population has optimal cardiometabolic health. That's it. So less than 7% of people in the US actually have cardiovascular health that's ideal. What does that mean? That means 93% of us have some room for improvement, right? So good nutrition is really the primary factor in good health. And I think we could all agree that probably that meal that's depicted there, maybe not the greatest, wouldn't get a 5-star review from a nutritionist, right? Probably not. So, you know, onion rings, pizza, garlic bread, like, well, they're all delicious foods, of course. They're probably not going to be giving us the nutrients that our body really needs. So when we have nutrient deficiencies, this is kind of what happens. Just move over myself here. Okay. So if we've got a vitamin D deficiency, you can see the numbers here. They're really startling. I was really shocked when I saw these numbers because I don't know, I guess I've been like an ostrich living with my head in the sand for a while and thinking, oh, it's not that bad. It is that bad. I mean, check it out. So 95% have a vitamin D deficiency. 95%, that's crazy to me. Adults 19 and older, their dietary intake is below the recommended values. So you can see, you know, vitamin D, vitamin E, magnesium, vitamin A, calcium, vitamin C, actually pretty good. So I guess most people are getting a good dosage of vitamin C in the foods that they eat. So thank you, oranges and citrus fruits, right? But you can see there's definitely room for improvement, especially in vitamins D and E. Move myself over again. Okay, so this is really scary. This is an article from the New York Times, and even though it was written in 2013, it's still valid today, unfortunately. But the loss of these beneficial nutrients didn't begin 50 or 100 years ago, as many people think. Unwittingly, we have been stripping phytonutrients from our diet since we stopped foraging for wild plants 10,000 years ago and became farmers. So this is nothing new. So I always used to think, well, my grandparents had it better than me, in terms of food supply, right? And that's probably true. But don't you notice that today there's so many foods that can be created in a lab? I call these Franken foods because they're like Frankenstein. You can literally create salmon in a lab. It's mind-boggling, right? And there's so many genetically modified foods. There's so many, just chemically altered foods, and it's really scary. And here's that little picture down there. Wild apples contain 100 times more phytonutrients than store-bought apples. So we may think that we're doing a good job in buying our produce every week and putting the apples in the cart and the spinach and the strawberries. We think, yeah, this is good. I'm doing a good deed here for my body and for my family's health. And it all seems to be great. But when we really analyze the nutrients that are coming out of these foods, it's much less than we think and much less than we expect, especially if we're not buying organic. And even organic foods aren't necessarily 100%. I'm starting to read articles now that they're showing some traces of pesticides in organic foods that are not supposed to have any. So it's very challenging to get the nutrients that we need from the foods that we're eating, even when we're buying the good stuff, the so-called good stuff. Okay. So what's good to know, though, not to be all doomsday here, but the good news is that your body has an amazing capacity to thrive when you give it what it needs. How many of you want to be dancing in your kitchen like this couple? I'd love to be doing that with my husband. And you can see, all the veggies, they're chopping up a salad, like they're in it. They're in it to win it, this couple, right? They want to have a delicious meal filled with good nutritive foods, and they're celebrating that salad, aren't they? They're doing the salsa, I think, for their salad. All right. So let's talk about solutions. What can we do to really improve this situation? So what we have coming our way very soon are two product systems. One that specifically supports nutrition and digestion, and the other that supports movement and metabolism. So really, we're asking you to commit 2 minutes morning and night. And this 2-minute routine that you're going to add into your existing routine can make a huge impact on your health, including your energy levels, your mental clarity, your weight management, and more. Okay, so of course, here's my, once again, my little plug for Lifelong Vitality. So you can see what you're getting from this amazing trio of supplements. You've got your whole food multivitamin and mineral complex, which is giving you your essential vitamins and minerals. You've got your alpha CRS, which is your antioxidant that's fighting free radicals in your body, reducing inflammation. It's the cellular longevity blend, so really helping to give your cells energy and vitality. And then finally, your fish oil, your Z omega, is giving you your essential fatty acids. So great for vision, cardiovascular health, mental health, and of course, everything has our essential oils in the supplements themselves, so you are assured of the bioavailability of these supplements. So what does that mean? That means that most supplements on the market today are not absorbable by the body. Your body just doesn't know what to do with it. They're synthetic supplements. You think you're doing a good thing, taking your Centrum vitamin, your one a day for women. You think, yes, I'm doing a good deed for my body here. But unfortunately, your body, gets that Centrum coming in and is like, I don't really know what to do with this. I can't break it down. It's too hard. I'm just going to let it go. And so what happens is it's coming out. It's coming out on the other end as a number 2. So I know this to be true because I have a friend who many years ago worked for the parks service at a national park. And one of the jobs that they had to do was empty out the porta potties in the park, which must I think there's a TV show about this, like World's Dirtiest Jobs or something like that. So this is a true job that somebody has, right? Somebody has to do this. And they told me that, what do you think the most common thing that they find at the bottom of these porta potties? It's vitamins. And they could even read the brand name of the vitamin on the pill. You're basically pooping them out completely and fully. And it's scary. So if you're already taking different supplements, I really encourage you to put these in your cart for the next time that you're going to be purchasing supplements, and just swap out, one for the other, and see how you do. This is a 30-day money back guarantee with this product. So if you don't like them, you can call doTERRA and say, hey, I'm not a fan of your Lifelong Vitality. I used them for 30 days and I want my money back. I just don't like it. They will refund you completely, no questions asked. So there's really no risk to be trying these. Okay, next. Absorption is key, like I was saying before. So we've got the chelated inorganic minerals are bound to organic compounds. Full spectrum substances are provided in their entirety, no single concentration, so natural ratios aren't affected. So what this is saying is the new products that are coming, doTERRA has thought very carefully of how to deliver them so they are equally as absorbed as all the other supplements that we use. Okay. So glycoprotein matrix, our patented process introduces vitamins and minerals to a yeast-based protein matrix so they're better recognized as food in the digestive process. So rather than your body thinking, oh, what is this, synthetic thing? I got to figure out how to break it down. doTERRA's version is, this is food, so your body knows what to do with food. Your body's like, yes, this is easy. I get it. This is food. It's broccoli. I understand what to do with it. I'm going to break it down and I'm going to allow this to be absorbed into the bloodstream and into the cells. So here are some clinically supported benefits of Lifelong Vitality. So this product has been used in clinical trials, and these are the benefits that doTERRA has determined people are receiving from Lifelong Vitality: cellular longevity, cellular inflammatory response, cellular energy and metabolism, powerful DNA protection, antioxidant defense, immune system support, stress management, cardiovascular health, bone and joint, brain and cognitive, digestive health, and more. Like, wow. This sounds good, right? Sounds good to me. Like, where do I get it? And Lifelong Vitality saves you money. So if you were thinking, maybe you already take other supplements, that's possible, right? But if you were to really analyze what's in Lifelong Vitality and break it all down into separate things, or just buy the fruits and vegetables that would be equivalent to taking Lifelong Vitality, that is how much money you would have to spend to get the same benefits that Lifelong Vitality delivers. So all of a sudden, $80 is looking really good, right? So for those of you who may have said, I don't know, $80 is kind of expensive. Like that's a lot for vitamins. I pay $9.99 for my Centrum. I don't know, I'm going for 80, but check it out. If you were to get the same things that are in Lifelong Vitality, you'd be spending $1,345. And I bet you even more than that in Bermuda, because I know that produce especially is much more expensive in Bermuda. So maybe that number is 1,500 or 1,600 in Bermuda, right? Maybe even more. I remember when I was there in 2019, Kayla and I went to the supermarket and we're shopping around, and I was almost passing out with the prices. I cannot believe a bagged salad, was $5 for, 6 ounces of mixed greens and maybe a couple cranberries thrown in. And I thought, shoot, that is more than double what I pay in New Jersey. So I was really shocked how much you have to spend in Bermuda to get good quality fruits and vegetables. It's not cheap. So this is a great way, and probably a lot less expensive way for you to get the 12 servings of vegetables and fruits that is really what's required for us to live our most healthy, optimal life. So talk about alpha CRS for a moment. Let's see. Okay, so the benefits of alpha CRS. Whoops, what happened here? Hold on. I'm trying to move my window over so I can see. Okay, here we go. Alpha CRS benefits: supports a healthy cell function by protecting the cellular DNA, promotes cellular energy by supporting healthy mitochondria, supports healthy cellular immune function, and supports mental clarity and brain function. So this one is amazing. I think this is probably one of our unsung heroes in the doTERRA supplement line. I don't think we talk about it as often as we could. But this is probably one of the best supplements that doTERRA has, in my opinion. And anything that can help fight free radicals and, return that cell to a healthy state is really important, because when we have an overabundance of free radicals, that's what starts to cause us problems. It leads to inflammation. And inflammation is the precursor to every major disease that we know. Diabetes, cardiovascular disease, cancer. If you look at the root cause of all of these things, it's inflammation. Even autoimmune diseases are really on the rise these days. I know so many people with lupus and Lyme disease, fibromyalgia. I mean, it's just unbelievable how many people I meet, and they'll tell me, yeah, or Hashimoto's. Like I just had a client tonight that I did a massage for, and she told me, she's like, I have Hashimoto's, and it's a problem. It's a really big problem for me. So this is much more common than you think. And I bet you if I took a little poll of this group, I am sure that every person would either raise their hand if, I'm going to do that right now. I want to know. I'm curious. I'm going to stop the share for a second. Okay. So if you or someone has an autoimmune disease, or somebody that has hypertension or diabetes or fibromyalgia or MS or cancer, if someone, raise your hand. Or maybe if it's you yourself, or maybe someone or somebody in your family. I'm just curious. Raise your hand if you know someone. Yeah, I know plenty of people. Maybe you may not know this about me. I'm a licensed massage therapist also. And so I see a lot of clients every week, and, I take a health history for a new client, and it's mind-boggling to me how many people have something going wrong. And again, root cause is inflammation. So thank you for sharing, everybody. Let me go back to screen share. Okay, next. Okay. All right, so here's just a quick little graphic to show you the ingredients of alpha CRS. And many of you probably have heard of some of these things. And if you're like me and you like to listen to podcasts and, listen to doctors speak, and I don't know how many of you are listening to Dr. David Sinclair. He wrote a book called Lifespan, and he has a podcast out, which is really, really fascinating. He's also on YouTube. So he has this series of 8 interviews on YouTube, and they're about an hour long. And I recommend that you take a look at this, because what he's sharing and the research that he's doing at Harvard Medical School is really astounding. And I hear him talk about things like resveratrol and turmeric and grapeseed and milk thistle. So these are things that are being studied extensively right now for their reverse aging abilities and their abilities to just help us to live healthier lives. So nothing in here is new per se. And there's our beloved pineapple. I know you can grow them in Bermuda, right? Bermuda pineapples. I love them. So take a look at those ingredients. Many of them you have probably heard about or seen before, but it's kind of cool to see everything that goes into this. And that first thing up there on the left, that Boswellia serrata, that's frankincense. So how cool is it that we have a supplement that one of the main ingredients is frankincense? So we know the benefits of frankincense are just countless. That's a whole nother class I think I'm not even going to go into right now, but suffice it to say that you're taking frankincense internally, you're going to really be doing your cells a big favor. All right, so let's talk about Z-Omega. So here's the benefits of Z-Omega. So as I mentioned before, supports cardiovascular health, circulation, healthy joint function. So if you're a person who suffers with aches and pains, this is going to help you. Immune supporting nutrients. So, we're not out of the woods with the global pandemic. Like, it's still here. How many people thought, oh, this will be over in a month or two? Oh, hello, we're like 2 years into it. This is nuts, right? And there seems to be new variants coming all the time. And, now we're kind of heading into back to school, cold and flu season, and it's still here. So we need to be very vigilant about protecting our immune system and supporting our immune system. How many people have a cold in September corresponding with their kids going back to school? I mean, I always used to get sick in September and October because that's when my kids would go back to school and they would bring home all the nasty germs, and then wow, the whole family's sick all at once. Great. So please, and now we have monkeypox that's out there. I live 10 miles from New York City and I have to worry about this too. So there's plenty of things out there that we can be protecting ourselves against and defending ourselves, properly. And this is something that can help us do that. So supports healthy function of the brain, the eyes, the nervous system, healthy skin, provides antioxidants, supports healthy cellular responses. You can see all the amazing benefits of the Z-Omega, and look at all of the body systems that are supported by this one little soft gel. Pretty amazing. Okay, next. Here are the ingredients of the Z-Omega, and you'll notice how many oils are in this supplement. Pretty cool, right? Clove has the highest antioxidant level of any plant on the earth. It's clove. Clove, thyme, wild orange, ginger, German chamomile, marine and plant-based omegas. Frankincense, there's our friend frankincense again. So you're getting a little bit of frankincense in this as well. Vitamins D and E, which we already established. Most Americans are extremely short on vitamins D and E. Cumin, peppermint, and then all those beautiful carotenoids that you see there on the bottom. Astaxanthin, zeaxanthin, lycopene, and lutein, all important for brain health and cardiovascular health. Okay, and we do have a vegan version of this. I have many clients who choose to use the vegan version, and it's excellent, and it's a plant-based supplement. Okay, and finally, the Microplex VMZ, you've got why? Okay, why do we need to take this? Because this is the thing that is supplying our essential vitamins and minerals to keep our body functioning in the most healthy way. And here we see so many vitamins and minerals contained in this supplement that may not be in our diet, you know, for whatever reason, because sometimes you just don't have access to certain fruits and vegetables, right? Especially on the island. I speculate that you can't get, maybe some of the fruits and vegetables that I can get here in New Jersey. You just don't have access to it. The island's not importing it. You can't get it, right? So here's something that is going to give you that balance of all of the vitamins and minerals that you could possibly have and that your body needs, all in one little pill, and easy peasy. Okay, so benefits. 22 essential vitamins and minerals to support normal growth and function and maintenance of our cells. This is another thing that fights free radicals with those antioxidant vitamins A, C, and E. This also supports healthy metabolism and cellular energy. You've got your bone health things here with calcium, magnesium, zinc, vitamin D. Again, supports healthy immune function and healthy digestion, and includes a patented glycoprotein matrix for enhanced bioavailability. So this is why doTERRA says you're not going to see these vitamins on the bottom of the porta potty. these are going to be absolutely utilized and incorporated into your bloodstream and delivered to those beautiful cells of ours so that they can thrive and be healthy. We have the vegan version of this as well. So I know there's a few people in our group that are vegan, so this is important to note that you have this ability to get the vegan version of this. Okay, so doTERRA is launching a cutting-edge system to optimize our metabolic health, and you can see what's coming. Isn't this exciting? So check it out. This is what I believe doTERRA when they say, wow, we could have a whole company just based on this, because look at all the products. It kind of reminds me of On Guard a little bit, in the sense that, the On Guard oil, the offshoot of On Guard, is so many different things, right? So similarly, check it out. A beetlet. How cool is that? A beetlet, an essential oil blend, metabolic assist. That thing in the big orange box is called Advantage. That has collagen in it, and NMN, which we're going to go into at another time. And that packet, that sachet, is the collagen powder. So it's something that you're going to pour into a little bit of water and stir it up and drink it. I haven't tasted it yet, so I cannot tell you exactly how it tastes. But my friends tell me, the ones that actually got to experience this product, they tell me it sort of tastes like orange juice. So it's similar to that taste. Doesn't taste bad. It's good, and they like it. So it's tasting good. How about the MetaPWR Satiety Gum? Cool, right? And then you've got the Metabolic Blend soft gels. So those of you that have been with doTERRA for a while may recall that we had a blend called Slim and Sassy. So those of you who've been around the block here for a few years, we had a blend called Slim and Sassy, and the Slim and Sassy had a gum, a soft gel, and an oil blend. So this product has taken Slim and Sassy and reformulated it. So some of these products are going to feel a little bit familiar to you, because they're it's a reformulation of the blend. So what doTERRA did was change the ratios of the oils that were in the Slim and Sassy blend So now we have more lemon and more ginger and less peppermint. That is how the blend has changed a little bit. And we changed and reformulated the blend based on research that showed lemon and ginger are more helpful in improving and increasing and equalizing metabolism. So some of these products, like the gum, for example, the soft gels, and maybe the oil, those, you can kind of point back to the old Slim and Sassy line, but the rest of these things are new. So the beadlet is new, the MetaPWR metabolic assist is new, and of course the Advantage, which is the collagen product, that is brand new, nothing that has been reformulated or nothing that we've seen before. Okay, so let's talk about what is metabolic health exactly. So metabolic health and biological age are inseparable. I wish I could lift my leg like her. She's really got herself into a good pose there, right? Okay, so this MetaPWR and the PWR, if you're curious, what's that about? What does that stand for? It stands for Personal Wellness Realized. Sounds good, right? I like this. I like this name. It feels empowering. I like it much better than Slim and Sassy, don't you? Because this Slim and Sassy is kind of girly, right? This seems to fit everybody, every person, men, women. Everybody wants to feel the power, right? We want to feel empowered, and personal wellness realized. That sounds really good to me. I want that for sure. Okay, so the MetaPWR metabolic blend is going to be inhibiting your fat cell maturation. It's going to help curb cravings and will support metabolic health. I'm really curious to see how those beadlets taste, because I think that is going to be very helpful in, cutting sugar cravings and things like that. And I'm curious to see how the gum is going to taste. I love the Slim and Sassy gum. I'm one that always put that in my cart every month. I really liked it. So hopefully that tastes about the same, because I thought that was really delicious. And of course, we have the oil blend, which I'm sure we'll learn more how to best incorporate these products and how to best use them. But I'm assuming they're going to be, especially the oil blend, could be diffused, could be used topically. I'm thinking about, let me rub that on my fluffy areas, right? I can do that. And then of course the soft gel, which was similar to the Slim and Sassy soft gel. Okay, MetaPWR Metabolic Assist. So this is a new product. And what does this do exactly? So this is going to help us keep our glucose stabilized. So instead of the spiking that happens when we eat a meal, this just helps the glucose to remain steady and in control. And if you listen to Dr. David Sinclair, which I encourage you all to listen to that, again, he's the author of the book Lifespan, and this is the book, Lifespan, Why We Age and Why We Don't Have to. Okay, so Lifespan, if you don't want to buy the book, look it up on YouTube. It's free. So look up Dr. David Sinclair Lifespan on YouTube and start listening to his interviews. He has a series of 8 interviews. I've been listening to them as I'm getting ready in the morning, I'm taking a walk. I mean, I've been blown away by all of this information, and everything that he's saying, really starts to help me understand the science and the intent behind this product. So it's been helpful to me to understand why doTERRA created this. So this, again, helps to keep us stabilized with our blood sugar, supports healthy insulin sensitivity, healthy blood sugar response, so we're not like crashing. Because when you eat maybe some extra carbs, or let's say you have a candy bar or something like that in the middle of the afternoon, you're like, yeah, like I feel really good now. How long does that good feeling last? That energy, maybe a half hour, right? If you're lucky, right? And then you're like, like crash and burn and feel even worse. I don't know if you've had that experience. I have. So this is meant to keep you just even Steven, like even keeled throughout the day, so you don't have those ups and downs, because those ups and downs and those spikes, it's what is very damaging to our cardiovascular health and our metabolic health. And that's what causes us to retain weight. So if you have excess weight that you're looking to release, this is going to be very helpful. And I, for one, I'm trying to release about 20 pounds. So I'm really looking forward to trying this to see if this helps me, just stabilize my blood sugar levels throughout the day. And I love the fact that this will stabilize my energy levels too, because how many of you, if you're like me, around 4 o'clock is usually my hour where I'm like, oh, give me a coffee. I'm dying. I'm just tired, right? So what if, and usually I take a MitoTomax at that point. But what if this, product, maybe in combination with MitoTomax, or maybe you can just take it alone. What if this is the thing that helps you just keep, your stamina and your energy level, really high throughout the day, so you're not crashing and burning in the middle of the afternoon, feeling like you need to take a nap, right? Okay, so this is another brand new product, MetaPWR Advantage. This promotes the healthy biological aging and improves your health span. It's activating your longevity genes, improving your cognitive function. I don't know about you, but brain fog has been an issue for me since I had COVID in 2021, and it's scary. I'm only 56 and I shouldn't be, forgetting things so easily. And my daughter, has been yelling at me like, Mom, I told you this 2 weeks ago. What is wrong with you? So I know that I've had a problem here. So I'm excited to try this and see, and hope that it helps with that issue. Supports lean muscle and connective tissue. So this is our collagen product, guys. Like, this is so important. We've been begging doTERRA to deliver a collagen product to us, and I know that they have found the best sources and the best, combination to give to us. And of course, who doesn't want younger looking skin? I mean, everybody, right? So we all want to look our best as well. And let's diminish those fine lines and wrinkles. Okay, so here are our takeaways, rounding out to the end here. Nutrition and metabolism are totally connected. Nutritional deficiencies and metabolic imbalances affect almost every single person in the US, and I'll extend that to Bermuda as well. And there are safe, effective, and affordable solutions you can use in your daily routine that only take a few minutes. So I think this is going to be a very easy thing to just layer on top of what you're already doing, and just add this layer on so that you can really feel your best self. Okay, so what can you do today to get ready to go here? If you don't already have your lifelong vitality, I would suggest add to cart, get that going in your August order if you haven't processed your August order yet. And if you have, you can do another order. It's okay. You're allowed to do multiple LRPs, loyalty rewards orders, in the same month. You're going to earn your points back on that order, right? Remember that you have a 30-day money back guarantee on lifelong vitality, which is awesome. So there's really no risk in trying this product. If you don't have any products yet, get started with this healthy habits kit, because these are the things that are going to give you the most, how can I put it, the most bang for your buck, to help you to start to feel better right away. So this is an excellent way to start your doTERRA journey if you haven't started it yet. And please, ask the person who invited you to this call how to get yourself started with the Healthy Habits Kit. And if you already have a doTERRA account, you can add this whole kit to your loyalty order. So you can add the whole kit as you see it, or you can just choose the lifelong vitality portion. If you have your oils already, maybe you already have the deep blue rub and you just want to zone in on the lifelong vitality. When you buy lifelong vitality as a standalone product, you have the opportunity to add up to 3 additional supplements from a list that doTERRA will give you at a greatly reduced price. So we recommend, you know, there's a few things on that list, and 2 of the things are pictured here. PB Assist is your probiotic and prebiotic, so important for gut health. And then the Terrazyme is your digestive enzyme, which helps you to digest your foods better, so that they can flow through your digestive system with ease. And so these are the 2 products that we would recommend that you add on to your lifelong vitality kit at a price reduction. We always like those discounts, right? Okay. So step 2, join me and Kayla and Valerie and whoever else is going to be at convention. I think there's one more person. I think her name is Tasha, right? I'm not sure exactly. But join us and be among the first to try this new product line. And guess what? There's other things coming too that are new. So not just what I've revealed to you today, but you can see the outline there of some other things. And you may be curious, well, what are those things? Well, I don't know. They're not telling us. So this is the first time I've been with doTERRA going on 10 years, okay, almost 10 years. And they have never, ever, ever revealed anything in advance of convention, right, Kayla? Never. They've never showed us anything. They've never pre-launched anything. We've never gotten any hints, never. It's always been, you know, the outlines of things. You know, that's what we usually see around this time of the year. It's just the outlines of what's coming in the new convention kit. But this is the first time that we actually have a little clue of at least maybe what's in half of the convention kit, right? And there's still more things that are coming. So if you want to be one of the first people to try this, you must have a virtual convention ticket or come to convention in person, but it may be a little bit late in the game for you to make those in-person arrangements. So I encourage you to buy the virtual convention ticket. It's only $35, only $35. So when you have that virtual convention ticket, what you're going to receive are the highlights. You're going to see the new product launch. You're going to see doTERRA, you know, explaining everything that's in the new convention kit. You're going to see them explaining everything about MetaPWR and, you know, in much greater detail than what I've given you today. So you'll have a really good understanding of what all these new things are. And that virtual ticket will come with a little code that you will be allowed to use to purchase the new convention kit on your LRP. We're hoping, I think you'll be allowed to purchase it on your LRP. If not, you can purchase it as a standard order and doTERRA will give you the points that you would have earned as an LRP. So I think they're still working out that IT portion of things, but as they have done in the past, even if we have to place it as a standard order, they do give us the points for that purchase. So that will be awesome. So let me see. Go. Come on. Advance. Maybe that's it. Is that the end? Could be. That is the end. All right, so that's it. So I'm going to stop the screen share and just see if there are any questions, comments, anybody motivated and inspired to buy a convention ticket today based on our little chat here. I hope so.
Yeah, I just want to chime in real quick as well. I know this was just a little overview of what the new products are going to be. I know doTERRA and I know Lorinda as well, and I have really gone deep into some of the ingredients of these products. We just gave you kind of like the Cliff Notes version of it. But you will be amazed listening to what the scientists will have to say, and we'll hear more about that during convention and get deeper into the science behind it and the research that they've done, and it's really quite amazing. And I know Lorinda knows some, and I have heard testimonies about the use of these products and how well they've worked, because some people have been little sort of lab rats almost
Yes.
for the product, you know.
Little guinea pigs. Yes, we've had 250 people trialing these products within the doTERRA leadership group. So some diamonds and blue diamonds and a couple presidentials, you know, they chose certain people to trial this for 30 days and give feedback and, you know, tell what they think and what do they think about it. And I'm privy to some of these testimonials, and I'm really blown away. I have to say, it's been really, really incredible to see how people are seeing their cravings going away, their sugar cravings going away. One girl said, my coffee craving is even going away. I'm feeling, you know, kind of sustained energy throughout the day. I don't have those crashes. And one girl said, I went to a fair yesterday, and of course there's so many, you know, foods that are not really considered so great for us, and I ate this big giant cream puff and it was so delicious. And I know that normally when I eat a food like that I'm going to be like, oh, like wiped out for the rest of the afternoon, because it's just going to hit my stomach like lead. But I still wanted it so badly. It was so delicious. And she said, I was taking my products, my new products, and I was totally amazed that I didn't feel that horrible lead bomb in my stomach like I normally do. And I didn't feel tired afterwards, which I normally would feel after eating kind of like a sugary dessert kind of a thing. So she's like, I'm so amazed. And we have, I don't know if you guys know Becca Nixon. She used to be the head of the Canadian market, and then she was moved over to the US market. She's like a VP of sales or something like that.
Product development, yeah.
Yes, she shared that she lost 30 pounds in 90 days with this product. And I looked at her, I'm like, girl, like you didn't have 30 pounds to lose to begin with. I don't know where that came from, but you know, in my, you know, view, I didn't really see where she needed to lose 30 pounds, but she said she had put on some weight from, you know, being at home so often because of COVID, you know, working from home and being at home and not being as active as she normally was. And I do remember that she had some kind of an injury to her foot. And I think that knocked her out of the gym for a long time. So maybe that was part of, you know, the reason why she felt like I got to turn things around here. And, you know, I have to drop some of this weight that I put on in 2020 and 2021. And so she will be talking about this on the convention stage, I'm sure. And, you know, people are seeing a lot of success with it. So,
yeah,
you know, it's not just for weight loss. So I just want to be clear. So there are many people that don't need to lose weight. Although I'm sure if I asked every single one of you, would you like to lose weight? Even though maybe you're size 0, you may still say, yes, I would like to lose weight. So as women, I don't know, we have this hang up about weight, but everyone thinks, you know, they could lose a few pounds. So if that's you, then this will be amazing for you. But even if it isn't you, you know, there's some people that don't need to lose weight, and they may be thinking, I don't know if this is this for me? You know, is this just a weight loss product? Like, I don't know. And it isn't. So it will help regulate and normalize your blood sugar levels. So even if you don't have to lose weight, maybe your metabolism runs high, maybe it runs too fast, this is going to be something that's going to keep you more even. So I think that this is going to be great for both you know, kinds of people that, you know, don't need to release any weight, and people that do, because its primary function is to improve cardiovascular health, and everybody needs that. Well, 93% of us need that. So even if you're someone who's sitting there like, oh, I don't really need to release any weight, this is still going to be good for you. So keep an open mind, buy your convention ticket,
yep,
and make sure that you're in it, you know, watching, you know, able to watch. if you can't watch it live, so it starts on September 14th, and everything will be recorded, and you'll be able to view it on demand. So I know many people work, during the day, and there's no way they're going to be able to, sit and watch, a 1 hour thing at 11 o'clock in the morning. You may be at work. That's fine. You will be able to view it on demand when you're able to. And I think you'll have access to that on demand content for a certain period of time, not forever, but a couple weeks or something like that. So you'll be able to see
option. I'm sorry, I just want to make sure that there's two options to watch it virtually. There's the watch party. And the watch party, you're asking what's the difference with the watch party? You get access to everything, all the talks, all the main stage talks, everything. With the virtual, there's the virtual one that will give you the synopsis of the day's presentations. So there's two. That's why one is 35 and the other one, I forget what the other one is, like
99.
99. Yeah. So that's the difference with, I think the 99 one, you're going to get access to everything, the doTERRA talks, where with the virtual $35 one, it's just going to be a summary of the day's events, from what I understand.
I think you'll get a little oil blend as well when you buy the $99 ticket. I think you get a notebook and a pen and an oil blend.
And I just want to say something. It's just the fact that if you're like, oh, well, I don't have any insulin issues, I don't have any insulin resistance issue, I don't have any of that. I just a reminder that, when we have a lot of sugar in our bodies, and our body can't process quickly, the body comes and turns that sugar into fat. Yeah. So stabilizing our sugar and our glucose levels is super important, not only for insulin resistance, but just the overall health of your body, cardiovascular health, like Lorinda mentioned, energy levels, all that. On also, aside from the glucose thing, there's also the collagen and everything else, all those wonderful little ingredients that advantage is going to have, which we're going to learn more about during convention. So again, the link is on there. So go ahead, and if you want to go ahead and sign up for that, you can do that. But I'm really, really looking forward. I'm so excited about this. I can't wait to get it, really.
I'm just looking at the chat because I didn't see it before. So will Slim and Sassy be discontinued? Yes.
Yes, I believe so.
Yes. Yes. Is everyone seeing Lorinda's slides? Okay, good. What is the doctor's name on YouTube? I'm going to type that in the chat right now. David Sinclair.
Thank you, Mickey.
Lifespan.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Mickey. Great minds think alike. We're both typing at the same time. So if you go on YouTube and you type in David Sinclair Lifespan, it's going to bring up his podcast that you can see. He's being interviewed by somebody, and they're excellent. They're excellent. I'm a visual person, so I don't necessarily like only audio, like only listening. I want to see something. So you can see him interacting with the interviewer, and it's very, very informative. So I highly recommend you take a look at that, because it's going to prep you for understanding this new product line. Can you repeat who will get the notebook and the oil? So if you purchase the $99 convention ticket, which I think it's named virtual watch party ticket, you get a little bit more, you get a couple little freebies with it.
Yeah. And then with that, all of them, you have the option of purchasing 2 convention kits per account.
Yeah. So they just changed that as well, doTERRA. Usually they only allow us to purchase 1, but they're allowing us to purchase 2, which usually the convention kit is highly, highly discounted. So I recommend, save up your funds right now. If you have the ability to buy 2, get the 2. When will people be able to buy it that aren't seeing conventions? I've had that kind of question come up, and I'm not sure about the answer to that yet. I think that the individual products will be available in November. And then I think there'll be some kind of modified kit available in October, I believe, but don't quote me on this yet because I'm not sure, but I think that's the way it's going to go. But if you wanted to just wait and say, I just really want that gum, or I just really want those beadlets, to get the individual products, November. But to
Yeah.
get some kind of package, it's October.
Yeah, it's usually what they've done in the past, where in the past,
Yeah.
if you went to convention, you got the virtual ticket, you were able to purchase the convention kit, and the convention kit always has a little special extra oil in it for
Yes.
the people who buy the convention tickets, whether virtual or in person. Then usually what they do is they release the convention kit, a minimized version of the
Right.
convention kit in October. You'll get most of the products in there, but there'll be one or two things which will not be included in there, and the price will be higher. It's usually we get it deeply discounted during convention, and then when they release the actual convention kit in October, in the past is what they've done. Again, not sure if this is what they'll do in the future, in September, October. But then come October, they will release a convention kit minus a few products, and the price is increased. And then the products then get individually released in November.
One more little thing I'll share about lifelong vitality. I know we talked a lot about that tonight, but there is another option if, and we don't talk about this hardly ever, I don't know why, but there's another option for lifelong vitality called the nutrient pack, the daily nutrient pack. And it is less expensive. It's basically just the Microplex VMZ and the Omega. So it's just those two supplements. So it leaves out the Alpha CRS. So if you feel like I can live without that one, I'll just go with the two, big heavy hitters, the Microplex VMZ and the Omega. You can still add on to that kit. Like, it's still a customizable kit where you can add up to 3 supplements onto that kit. Alpha CRS is not one of the supplements, but you could add the deep blue polyphenols, which are very similar ingredients to the Alpha CRS. So you could add deep blue polyphenols, you could add the Terrazyme, you could add the PB Assist, you could add another bottle of the Omegas and another bottle of the Microplex VMZ. So take a look, when you start playing around in your cart, and you can see the different options that come up. But that daily nutrient pack, I think, is like $59 or something like that. So it is less, so if you're really on a tight budget and you're like, oh, I just really want the bare bones minimum thing, daily nutrient pack. That's the way to go. And then you're getting the bare bones minimum nutrient thing. So I encourage you to take a look at that. Let me just see if there's any other questions that I didn't already answer. I'm not going, but doing oh, sorry, Valerie. I got you confused with Julia. Sorry. I wish I could go over the start of the school. Yeah, I know. It's kind of it's always at that time of year. So same here in New Jersey. It's like corresponding right at the beginning of school, which is frustrating. Will those with the premium watch party have access to this new product? Yes. Thank you for answering. I got my virtual ticket. Thank you. Oh, someone asked me, do I know of anyone who is taking notes for convention this year? Yes, there is a leader by the name of Eve Rosno, and she is also a doctor of something. I don't know of what. I don't recall off the top of my head. Maybe physical therapy, or she's a doctor. Anyway, she for years has taken very detailed and copious notes. She's just amazing at it. And she usually emails them out if you're on her mailing list. I know Kayla's on her mailing list. I'm on her mailing list. We can always forward them, to the group. In the past, she's, sort of offered them freely, but recently I've noticed she's asking for a donation, or she's asking you to, somehow offset, the cost of this labor, which is significant. And I'm very happy to throw her $25 or whatever it is, because those notes are valuable. And I'm talking, like you'll get a stack. It's significant. Every year I put them in a binder. Like, that's how many notes of printed material that she's generating for us. So yes, so if you do, want to watch, the convention and just be unencumbered and just want to just watch it and know that somebody has your back with the notes, you can, you know, so feel free to just absorb it and watch it and have fun. You know, if you have some team members that are going to come over and maybe watch it with you. So don't worry about the note part, I guess is the answer to that question. But if you're like me and have to write things down to retain them, that's me. When I see it, I hear it, and I have to write it down, and then it really gets stuck there in those little brain cells. So I'll be taking notes anyway, but I'll use Eve's notes as a supplemental thing. But typically they come out a few days after the convention is over. So if you're looking for like a daily download of notes, you know, during convention, that's not going to happen. But certainly we will be sharing, you know, Kayla and I and Julia will be sharing, you know, maybe we'll get on Facebook Live, we'll get in the group, and, you know, we'll definitely be giving you guys the updates. But I'm hoping that you will see it for yourself. Any other questions? Stop the recording. I could do that.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, and just if you want to know, it's usually the product